tapping my desk. He's humming and tapping, almost as though he's got that pan in front of him. You know, Leandro, let's come back a little bit here to the Berkeley experience. You've been accepted. How far? Tell us how far things have gotten.
Well, I already went up, did the auditions, did everything they told me to do, went up, did the auditions, got in, and then that's when I realized that it was a little more to, funding than I actually have to actually go to the school. So then I realized I can't do it by myself. No matter how much I save out, no matter how much cake sale, car wash, you could do it, that it wouldn't work. You had to get some form of either government help or some private institution. So I said, let me go through all the procedures that they say they have, like financial assistance unit and everything. Everything that was there, I tried it. And basically, it's like you could see music not high on the list for nobody in authority or people who actually have money. They will push doctors, they will push everything else. All of a sudden, sports and all getting more push because they realize so much sports doing after they do it. So it's the same thing I believe going to happen with music. You go, trust me, I went everywhere you could think about. And some of them responses like, you know, some people went before and halfway through the thing, you know, they can't take it no more and they just give up. They weren't talking about me.
They're not talking about Leandro Nore.
You see, Pan, nothing can stop me from playing Pan, ever. My hands are the break and I'll find a way to use my foot.
You know, you even referred to the Pan as the wife. I remember a couple years ago, just around Carnival time.
Yes.
I remember asking you, it wasn't around Christmas. I said, you know, Leandro, I really, could you play a piece for us? Do you have to go and get the Pan? He said, no, the wife always in the car.
Always. Now I was afraid when I see people come up close behind me to bounce the car. I know the car is standing up there and squeeze the Pan. So Pan, I tell go for it. They actually start playing Pan. Although that was like 1994 or something about. You know, go to All Boys, learn to arrange. Not actually learn to arrange from All Boys, but learn to arrange as I was there, and I see they bring so much different people from Trinidad, and you know, started arrange there. And I said, this ain't hard. I just started watching how people were solo. I remember talking to Panjambi back in like probably 97 or whatever. Saying, boy, I want to do that because you see you do all them things there. And he said, well, nobody can teach you the solo. The most they could do is teach you the skills, teach you the basics.
And the passion comes from
improvisation just had to come from you.
Yeah.
I said, all right, I go try it. And now people ask me how you the solo, so I had to tell them the same thing.
Leandro, tell us how Lee Tech Studios was born.
Because at the same Pan again, let me explain that. I used to arrange for the company state orchestra for like 3-4 years running. And it's one of the years I was in the school, going on in the basement to start Panama practice. And these young men, right down the corridor, they knocking buckle and spoon, you know. If you hear these boys freestyling like it's nothing in the vocabulary, you could see they have good vocabulary. I said, nah, boy. I feel I had to start something to see if I could help these people because you don't hear nothing about Tobago artists. So I went on the internet, order my mic, bring it in, get that same group of guys. You see, that's the banner.
Arranger Leandro Nore.
Get the guys and start recording music with them, start up the tech studio because I just heard them in the school. And since that now, I don't want to sound biased, but I don't actually hear much about the other studios. Before actually getting this studio thing, I didn't know how much studios he had in Tobago. I heard it could be at least about 6, and probably only 2 years here about.
Okay. You
know, so I just started that basically not to make no big set of money because I love my Pan. Nothing ain't getting me from that. This was just to help and dig out some of the talent that you having to be good at hiding, because some of them believe they go by a big shot studio and they might tell them, nah, you ain't ready, you know, and they know they're afraid and they go sing it. So I said, let me see if I could find a way to dig out the talent into you. So I start with them boys and then start putting it on Facebook. Everybody always on Facebook. So people start commenting. By now I think it's about 1,160 something fans on that Tech Studio page. And for the time I upload a video or a song, anything new, in minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8 likes going and people commenting, oh, this tune bad, boy, thing. And where this talent was all the time? Right here in Tobago. So that studio is just to find them, dig them out. You know, show people, look how much talent you have in Tobago. You have some of them singing and people saying, That can't be at Tobago. You could say, well, one, that ain't Tobago. That ain't recording Tobago. That quality they were in it.
I know.
That is not Tobago. And I said, well, me and I get
Now let me ask you something. Now you said you grew up in a yard of the family yard was musically inclined. How did your parents react to you? You spoke about your uncle Glenroy. How did your parents react to you playing this pan? And when would you play? Would it be at odd hours? Would they have to say, Leandro, stop now?
Well, they never had a problem. If I say I go and start the fish, when I started, that is just how it is with them, because they realize you don't see me down the road line, man. I have no time for that. You don't see me, studying to go and just do nothing. I'm in the corner waiting till that partner pass. Hey, let me get ready. You would never say that for me. I have no time for that. So then realize, to tell you the truth, the other time I used to just be home on the computer, just watching jazz videos, just always on the computer. You just see me stick behind a computer, and you feel like playing game. You feel like just playing on Facebook, but it's some kind of music I'm looking at. How you do this minor scale, how you do this scales. They used to say, well, you could go to the other line and I always stick up in the house, stick up in the house. So they used to beg me to leave the house. So it was the other way around. And now I had no time to be in the house, because by the time I reach work, somebody called, my studio open today, I want to come and do an ad for so. As a matter of fact, 2 days ago, this prophet, can't remember the guy's name right now, he will come back to me, came to do a 1 hour recording, because he's from Trinidad and usually it'd be on not I-95, 91.1 Talk City, and he had to do a recording, put on a CD, send it for them to play last night. I actually heard it play last night. So somebody sent him to me. After the man was finished, he was impressed. The man said, you get a lot of people coming here. And he just left. He didn't say anything else. I was like, wait.
So doors are opening up.
Doors are opening up.
Okay.
But I still prefer more open on the pan side, because the studio kicking off, that is good. That is help people. I want them to help me now.
You want the pan side.
Yeah, that is where my heart is. Pan, jazz, pan.
I realize you're focusing a lot on the jazz. What is your preferred genre of music?
Jazz.
Just jazz.
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I must love me calypso, and that's why I love listening to people like Etty and Charles. Etty and Charles find a way to mix calypso with jazz, and when you hear it, be like, wow, I could do that. I could try that. You know, hearing Kitchener, Sugar Boom Boom, and then they find some way to add some kind of bebop to it. Be like, nice boy. And I never thought of it that way. So I ain't getting away from me calypso and me, soca. I will find ways to mix it in the jazz, because jazz is basically improvising. So if you could improvise on calypso, or improvise on soca, improvise on anything, it's jazz.
All right. So what is next? Because our director is saying we're getting ready to wrap up. And what is next for Leandro Nuri?
Well, in the procedure,
where do you see yourself in the next? Let's go with 5 years.
Well, to tell the truth, my real dream is just playing pan for people all over. You see, like how my partner Duvon is it. If I call Duvon away, the boy in Trinidad, I can't talk now. I'm waiting for someone. Call him next week, like now. And in France, boy, you have a little band. He does do music for every year, because you have a certain schedule he has going. In France, arranging some music, and then by the time you win, you call him again. But in Canada, Snowflakes and Steel concert, they want me there. Next time in Tobago, Magdalena, and that is what I want. Just spread pan all over the world. That is all I want.
Where is? Are you currently married?
No.
All right. Where does relationship fit into all of this for you? Because we're hearing the pan. We know that right now the pan has the place of wife. Pan is second for you.
Well, usually you just get the complaints that you have no time for me. I play pan. I say, well, this is pan. I'm on the road. It's something to work out. We can find a way. But as long as you ain't try to tell me stop play pan, because that's thank you. Next. Nothing stops me from playing pan. I will find the time for your personal life, yes. But pan is part of your personal life, so you have to find time for it too. That is how it is. I will never stop playing pan.
Interesting young man this morning, viewers. Very interesting. Well, Leandro, I'll tell you all the best to you, and I know that you're seeking sponsorship to be able to further your studies at Berkeley University. So I really would like to give out your number this morning for persons who are interested in assisting Leandro Nuri. 485-0227, 4850227. A young man, definitely indeed worthy of being our Youth on the Rise. For
I have another number. I think this number is more accessible because the 485 that would give me problems. So take the 362 4913. 362 4913.
Okay.
That's a better number to reach me on.
Okay. Well, all the best to you, and we know that you're going to make it big, and you're going to come back to Tobago when you're through, and it's all about spreading pan and music, developing the music industry here in Tobago. Well, thank you for being on our program. Tobago, thank you for joining us. Have a really great day. Tomorrow we'll see you, God willing. Be blessed. Bye-bye.